What is up, guys? Gronk here for Game 4 of my Detroit Lions Connected Careers mode in Madden 13. This week we're facing the Seattle Seahawks. We're still without Matt Stafford, and instead of starting Shaun Hill, we are starting the younger Kellen Moore at quarterback. But Seattle will start on offense. They've got Russell Wilson, the dangerous dual-threat quarterback, who was a Pro Bowler in his first season. They've also got Beast Mode Marshawn Lynch at running back, and in this they signed Sidney Rice. No, sorry guys. They've had Sidney Rice. They signed Greg Jennings at wide receiver, a huge free agent signing. In real life, Jennings went to the Minnesota Vikings, but in this, he's on the Seattle Seahawks, and almost a big play here, and almost intercepted, but instead is just an incomplete pass, second down for the Seahawks. Wilson not having the best start to the season, though. 2 touchdowns, 3 picks. Can't see how many yards, though. Wilson drops back to pass, and he runs, and he gets sacked by Ndamukong Suh out of Nebraska. How do you do? He is a dominant player. I remember that intro for Suh from Madden 12. And that's popped in my head, so I said it. Third down, 13 yards to go. Wilson getting pressured, and he passes it. And Rice is wide open, and he holds on after contact for a 25-yard gain and the first down. Can't let that happen. This defense has not looked very good to start the season off. After starting 2-0, the Lions lost last week to the Broncos. And Marshawn Lynch gets a few yards before getting wrapped up. But now the Seahawks had to punt away, and here onto the field comes Kellen Moore for I think his first NFL start. He's a sophomore quarterback. This is his second year in the league. But draw play to Reggie Bush, who gets wrapped up after a 2-yard gain or so. Now we're going to go with the jet sweep to Nate Burleson. And this worked. This has worked for him. Pitta with a key block. Dennis Pitta with a key block. And Burleson's at the 20, the 15, the 10, the 5. Touchdown, Nate Burleson on one of the first plays for the Lions. A key block from Dennis Pitta. As we look at the replay, so the jet sweep. And the end of a lot of run, but number 88, Dennis Pitta got the block, and he's out. And Burleson did the rest. If you guys didn't hear, Dennis Pitta suffered a fractured hip, and he is out for the season. I read that this morning, and here they see the block from Pitta. I read that this morning, and I was instantly crushed, because even though the Ravens lost Ray Lewis and all those guys, I still thought they could have a chance of being good. But now, without Joe Flacco's favorite target in Dennis Pitta, and without Anquan Bolden, because he was traded, and Wilson fumbles, but the lineman recovers, and the defender gets the face mask. So Lewis almost gets a face mask on the offensive lineman, but Pitt is out for the season, so this is really not good for the Ravens. So it's terrible news for me. I mean, I was really disappointing, and it's just bad. But now the Seahawks have driven back downfield, and they've gotten largely assisted from that face mask penalty. Marshawn Lynch gets room to run, and he's wrapped up after a 5-yard gain or so. Second down for the Seahawks towards the end of the first quarter. Hand off to Lynch. He gets wrapped up immediately, and he might be injured. Yes, Marshawn Lynch is hurt. So now, right now, that's the fullback Michael Robinson coming in for the running back position, and it's a draw play to, or it's a handoff to Robinson, who gets the first down, powers his way all the way down to the 6-yard line. So that's one quarter, and the Lions are up by a touchdown. But the Seahawks look in prime position to tie the game up, or at least reduce the deficit by kicking a field goal. But now Turbin is in the game, and he gets wrapped up after a 4-yard gain by Levy. Or Levy, I don't know how to pronounce it. And now the clock's running down, and Wilson drops back to pass. And off-balance throw, almost intercepted and almost caught. And Russell Wilson is injured. We are the quarterback killers. Last week we hurt Peyton Manning. This week we hurt Russell Wilson. It looks like the same injury as Peyton Manning or something in the arm. But now the backup quarterback, a rookie for the Seahawks, comes in to fill in for Russell Wilson. But it's a toss play to Turbin, who breaks the tackle and slides all the way in for a touchdown. That was a close call, but he powered his way in for a touchdown. So the Seahawks tie the game up. I think we're still going to be without Stafford next week, so if Kellen Moore does not play well, we're just probably going to try to sign somebody temporarily. But we couldn't do anything on offense, so the Seahawks have the ball again. And then Stevens, the rookie, drops back to pass. He's looking, and he finds Jennings. No, Jennings gets blasted and can't hold on. But Marshawn Lynch at least is back in the game for the Seahawks. He went out with an injury a couple minutes ago, but he's back. So hand off to Lynch, who gets some room, and Tolik kind of wraps him up in his credit with a tackle. But a second line's defender made sure that Lynch went to the ground. But the Seahawks doing well on third down so far, 4 for 5. 5 yards for the first down, maybe 6. But he finds Zach Miller for the first down, the tight end, and he gets wrapped up by several Lions defenders for his second catch on the day. Clock running down in the second quarter, and Stevens hands off to Lynch again, who has room to run, and he almost breaks the tackle there, but he gets wrapped up for the after gaining the first down. And that's the 2-minute warning in the first half. Game is tied up here. Russell Wilson went out with an injury, so now both teams using backup quarterbacks. Stevens drops back to pass. He's looking, and he fires it to no. Sidney Rice looked like he had it, but it's ruled out of bounds. But the booth will review the play. It's just a pretty accurate throw, but it looked like he led Rice out of bounds. But let's hear from the officials. It says the call's overturned, but it's still second down. I guess it's a glitch in the game. But second down for the Seahawks. Stevens still in the game. Less than 2 minutes now. Trying to drive downfield and take the lead before halftime. Stevens gets bumped by his own lineman there, and he's looking, and he finds Jennings, who gets absolutely blasted by Melvin Bullitt, and Greg Jennings, Seattle's big-time free agent signing, is hurt, so Seattle had to punt away, and now the Lions have driven downfield, and it's almost intercepted, and now that makes it third down. It's going to be a halfback screen for Kellen Moore. It's probably not quite field goal range for the rookie kicker Frazier. Bush got caught on his own defender, and he gets wrapped up for about a 2-yard loss. Seattle takes a timeout, and we're going to go for the field goal. Frazier, the rookie, sets it up, and just barely misses it. Frazier just barely didn't put enough power in it. If it was a yard closer, he would have made it. But the Seahawks back on offense again before halftime, looking to score. Stevens drops back to pass again, and he's looking, and he finds Miller, who breaks the tackle, and it gets wrapped up just short of the first down. But now the hurry-up offense, Seahawks hurrying up here, trying to score before halftime. Stevens drops back to pass, and he's looking again, and he fires it downfield. What a throw, and how do you let that up? Sidney Rice, what a catch, using his size and physicality. What a catch. Now they're inside the 10-yard line. The Seahawks are just about to score, barring a good defensive stand from the Lions. Stevens drops back to pass. He's looking, and he finds Rice just short of a touchdown. They're on the 1-yard line. Hurry-up offense again. Seahawks scrambling to get into position, as well as the Lions. Lions, that is. Stevens drops back to pass, and he's looking, and he's sacked by the defender. I think that's Junior Gillette, our big free agent signing on defense. But the Seahawks take a timeout. And the Lions are hoping to make them run the clock so as they don't get a field goal, because they're out of timeouts. Stevens drops back to pass, and he finds Rice for a touchdown. The Lions don't have an answer to cover Sidney Rice. Rice has burned the defense all game long so far, and we're only at halftime. So the Seahawks take a 7-point lead. But now into the second half, handoff to Bush, who doesn't get blocking, and he's wrapped up for no gain on the play. The Lions still outside of field goal range, so they need to get closer. Bush gets some yards, gets the Lions 5 yards closer to the first down. But now Moore's going to drop back to pass. And he's looking, and he finds Burleson, who drops it. Burleson almost had it, but he couldn't hold on. Now the Lions are going to try to take another field goal. This is just about where Frazier missed last time, but this time it's full power, and he just barely makes it. 14-10 Seahawks. Lynch gets room to run. Lynch has had open field for a few seconds, then he gets wrapped up after a big gain on the play. I think that was like a 29-yard gain or so. Now Russell Wilson is back in the game for the Seahawks. Handoff to Lynch, who has room to run again. He gets the block and he gets the first down. We can't stop Marshawn Lynch either. So Wilson again handing off to Lynch. Lynch a big factor in this game, and he's wrapped up at just about the 10-yard line, and that puts him over the century mark, 100 yards rushing on this game. Seahawks look in prime position to score again, expanding their lead. This time it's a handoff to Golden Tate, who runs in for the touchdown. The wide receiver getting the handoff, and he runs in for the touchdown. So the Seahawks take a 21-10 lead late in the third quarter. Lions offense now driving downfield and needs to score here, make this game closer, and Hill overthrows. That might have been, I think that was Calvin Johnson. Overthrows Calvin Johnson. Second down for the Lions. Almost in the red zone. Burleson and Mosin flag on the play, and Moore gives it to Bush, who's wrapped up for a loss, but the defense was offsides, so that's a free 5 yards, and it's still second down for the Lions. And that's going to be another jet sweep to Burleson. It worked for a touchdown last time. Hopefully he'll do that here again. And doesn't even get the first down this time, just gets about 2 yards. Third down, 3 yards to go for the Lions. Handoff to Reggie Bush, and he gets the first down, but he gets blasted, and Reggie Bush fumbles. That's a big problem with him. He is fumble prone. Definitely not good. Fumbles at a terrible time there. Now we're in the fourth quarter, down by 11. We could have made it closer there, but Reggie Bush fumbles, giving Seattle the ball again. I mean, they're on the 8-yard line, but you don't want to give your opponent the ball. But Russell Wilson gets sacked by Nick Fairley for the second time today. Nick Fairley, a very good defensive lineman for this team. So Seattle had to punt it away, and now the Lions back on offense and almost intercepted a bad throw by Kellen Moore. Moore showing his inexperience here. So unless he makes a great comeback in this game, the Lions are probably going to sign a quarterback for next. And again, almost intercepted. Moore not playing well at all. Lions down by 11. Third down, 10 yards to go. Moore drops back to pass, and he's looking, and he finds the rookie Mick Baca for the catch. His third catch on the day, 44 total yards for Mick Baca. Lions running out of time here. They need to score on this possession to have any chance of coming back in this game. Bush holds on, when in doubt, go to the running back for his third catch on the day. Less than 3 minutes now, the Lions need to score. Moore's looking, and Baca drops the ball. That's not what he does a lot. Moore finds Baca, and he holds on this time and almost gets face masked by the look of it. Almost 2 minutes now. The Lions need to hurry up and score here. And they're running a hurry-up offense to do just that, hopefully. Moore drops back to pass again, and he's looking, and he overthrows Dennis Pitta. For the second time, he's overthrown a receiver with a step on his man. And now it is second down. And Moore's looking again, and he finds Mick Baca, who outruns his man for the score. Mick Baca with a touchdown. The Lions can make this a 3-point game with a 2-point conversion, but great play by Mick Baca. He is a speedster. If he can just work on his possession receiving, he could become a very good receiver. But now Reggie Bush going to get the handoff, going for 2 points to make it a field goal game with just over 2 minutes to go. It's a power O, and Reggie Bush gets in for the 2-point conversion. It's a 3-point game. Now we're at the 2-minute warning. Seattle trying to run out the clock. If they get if they get a first down, the game's over. And Lynch gets wrapped up. Lions take the first timeout. They have 2 remaining. This is where games are won and lost, folks. But it's third down for Seattle. A huge play here. Most important play of the game, arguably. Wilson drops back to pass. And Obamanu holds on for the first down. That's the dagger, ladies and gentlemen. This game is over. Lions have 1 timeout remaining. It's going to take a miracle for them to win this one. Lynch gets a block, and what a stiff arm. Nasty stiff arm for another 4-yard gain. Lions take a timeout, but there's no point. This one is over. Basically, Lynch gets the handoff and does get wrapped up, but there's no real point in this. So Seahawks can just run out the clock here. If they get a first down, it's definitely over, but regardless, the Lions have lost this game. Wilson audibling here. The Lions hoping to still have a chance at winning this game, but it's highly unlikely they will. Wilson trying to get the defense to jump off sides and officially end the game, but clock running down. Wilson's going to have to snap the ball. And also Wilson does snap the ball. He drops back to pass, and he finds his man on the sideline. They mark it a reception. That looked like a very debatable call here. I don't think he was in bounds. Slow motion replay. Wilson threw the ball. I don't know. A very close call. Sidney Rice with the reception. If that was in bounds, this game is over. And that was in bounds. This game is over. Lions lose 21-18. Thank you for watching. Leave a like, comment, subscribe. Stay tuned for more videos. Bye.